So we're all on the same page when I say we all remember the greatness that was Man-Thing, right? Yeah, no, this was a real thing that people forget existed. Yup, it's a Marvel movie, and it was direct to DVD, and I think Sci-Fi is where I watched it. Never again. So while we all wait and see if there's ever going to be payoff from Thor Ragnarok, which of course teased Man-Thing, we can all go to bed comfortably, or uncomfortably in this case, remembering that Man-Thing already had a film that was so low budget that they don't even have a report of the budget. And trust me, if you've seen this turd, yeah, it's pretty low budget. Like, we are talking so low budget that one of the episodes of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. would have cost at least 10 times more to produce. Now, of course, this film, many of you don't know this, was part of the early setup of Marvel Studios. It wasn't officially a Marvel Studios film or anything like that, but it came at a time where Kevin Feige moved into the position he would be best known for today. So he was actually responsible for going back and forth with the director of the film, who happens to be Brett Leonard, who recently talked to Comic Book, and he says that despite the film's shortcomings and obviously failures, that Marvel Studios' Kevin Feige was one of the nicest people he ever got to talk to. No matter what time or what he needed answered or what he was sending over or what he wanted feedback on, Kevin Feige was there to provide it, to offer words of encouragement, and to just tell them to do the best they can with what they got. He said he would sometimes send them what they were doing with the camera and the camera work, and Feige would reply with tips and how much he liked this or that, and just how great it was to see corners of the Marvel Universe slowly being brought to more fans. And he says that Kevin Feige's reaction to this thing was more or less one of those positive things. It was a learning experience for everybody, and he says that at the time this was being made, this was the Marvel Universe right before it became the MCU that we know today. So right after this would in fact be when they secured Iron Man, Captain America, Thor. They were working on Iron Fist, Kazar, Runaways. So the failures of this kind of led to a Marvel Studios needs to happen. And he says that during this, everybody learned what to do with the script, the directing, how to approach a film in the universe, and what needs to work and what doesn't that should be cut. And ultimately, he believes that Man-Thing is one of these films that you can look back on fondly, and Feige does, but probably not for its quality, but more so where it led everybody to be today. Trust me when I tell you, do not go watch Man-Thing. Just don't. It's not that good. Unless you like Z-level horror schlock. And then it's probably on the lower tier of that.